Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back into my channel. So in this lecture, we're going to talk about network device access control and infrastructure security. So at the end of this lab, we're going to configure an access on ACL. Let's just pull that so we can make sure that we have. So at the end of this lab, we have a scenario here, which is configure extended ACL. So let me make this. So we're going to do this lab together today at the end of this lecture. Yeah, so, well, let's call. So again, this is a PDF version of the CCNP Cisco official cert guide for the CCNP Encor exam. So it says there in this chapter, access control list ACL. So this section is explain how to configure and verify ACL to secure the network infrastructure. So let's see if we can find this and talk a little bit about that before we jump into our lab today on ACL. So access control list. Access control list, also known as ACL or access list or sequential list of access control entries, ACEs, that perform permit or deny packet classification based on predefined conditional marching statements. Packet classification starts at top lower sequence and proceed down high sequence until a marching pattern is identified. When a match is found, the appropriate action, permit or deny, is taken a processing stop. At the end of every ACL is an implicit denying ACE, which denies all packets that did not match earlier in the ACL. So note, access list applies on layer 3 interfaces, or sometimes referred to as routers or ACLs. So guys, so let's just scroll down a little bit to see. So ACL can be used to provide package classification for for a variety of features, such as quality of service, which is QoS, network address translation, NAT, or identifying networks within routing protocol. So this section explains the primary use. So they have, while many different kinds of ACL can be used for packet filtering, only the following type are covered in this chapter. So numbered standard ACL, number extended ACL, name ACL, port ACL, VLAN ACL. It'll show you how to do the wildcard and go over different commands and stuff. So let's go ahead and jump on this Word lecture document that we prepare. So ACL is the set of rules defined for controlling network traffic and reduce network attacks. So ACLs are used to filter traffic based on the set of rules defined for the incoming or outgoing of the network. So ACL features So the set of rules define or match serial-wise. Marching starts with the first line, then the second and the third, and so on. So the packets are marched only until it matches the rule. Once a rule is marched, then no further comparisons take place and that rule will be performed. So there is an implicit denial at the end of every ACL. If no condition or rule match, then the packet will be discarded. Now, once the access list is built, then it should be applied to inbound or outbound of the NFS. So inbound access list, talk about it here, and the outbound, so type of ACL, which we just talked about. Now, it says between the IP traffic such as TCP, UDP, and HTTP, by using number 1 to 99 or 1300 to 199900, so the writer will understand it as a standard ACL and the specified address as the source IP address. So, guys, it is important that you understand what ACL is, what are the rules for ACL, what are the advantages. So let's just go over the advantage and the disadvantage before we jump into the lab configuration for today. So it says advantage, so it's improved network performance, provide security as the administrator can configure the access list according to the needs and deny the unwanted packets. So it can, so unwanted packets, and then unwanted packets from entering the network. It provides control over the traffic as it can permit or deny according to the need of the network. So Cisco ACL characterized by single or multiple. So that's just the advantage and the disadvantage. Let's see. So let's just talk about just the advantage. Now, guys, by the way, let's just jump ahead and start making our configuration about the ACL assignment that we've been provided. So then let's go here. So there go the addressing table. I go to the devices, the NFSs, the IP address, subnet mask, and the default gateway. So it says to configure, apply, and verify an extended numbered ACL, and part 2 to configure, apply, and verify an extended name ACL. So scenario to employees needs to service provided by the server PC1 only needs FTP access, while PC2 only need web access. So both computers need to be able to ping the server, but not each other. So what can we do so we can make this work? Okay. So first and foremost, so on router 1, let's go. Router 1. I put this on enable mode. Of T. So should do access. Just paste this. Now, so we paste this. So it says to add 100 into the comment and the question mark. 100. So see, we have denied specified packets to reject, permit specified packets to forward, with mark action. So these are all the futures is provided. So now it says to permit FTP traffic, enter the permit followed by the question mark. Okay, so you see it have an AHP authentication header, yeah, GIP, yes. ESP, GRE, ICMP, IP, OSP, FTCP, UDP. So now, when configuring and apply this ACL should permit FTP and ICMP. So ICMP is listed above, but FTP is not. So this is because FTP is an application layer protocol that uses the TCP at the transport layer. So enter the TCP to further refine the ACL help. So let's see. Let's just start. Let's type in TCP, up TCP and question mark. So what do we get? The ABC source address and any source host, and the host in a single source host. Now it says here to one. So the source address can represent a single device such as the PC1 by using the host keywords, and then the IP address of the host PC1 using the keywords any permit any host on any network. Filtering can also be done by the network address. So in this case, this is any host that has an address belonging to 172.22.34.64 network. Enter the, okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just paste this. So we got the ABC wildcard bit. So we got to calculate the, so that got the calculation. So now I got to enter the wildcard, right? Let's go ahead and paste this. So what do we have? The ABC destination address, the any subs, the any destination host and the match. So bang, bang, bang. So now it says that to configure the destination host. In this scenario, we are filtering traffic for a single destination, which is the server. So enter the host keywords followed by the server IP address. So then we gotta do that. So let's go ahead and just do this. Go ahead and do that. So we go, paste this and hit enter. Oh, so we forget the question mark. Let's go ahead. Opal, then question mark. Question mark. Okay. So we got all days, March Q. So notice that one of the option is CR, which means carriage return. So in other words, you can press enter and the statement will permit all the TCP traffic. However, we are only permitted TCP traffic, therefore enter the EQ words followed by the question mark to display the available. Okay, so let's do EQ, then space, and then question mark. So we get the port number. So we get the port number. Then we get what? We got the port number, we get the FTP, POP3, SMTP, telnet, and we get the 80. So we got it. Put type in this IP here. To paste. So now create a second access list statement to permit ICMP ping, etc. traffic from PC1 to server. Note all the access number remain the same, and a specific type of ICMP traffic does not need to be specified. So let's go ahead. Go ahead and make this. So let's go ahead and make this. So now it says that to execute the show access list command and verify that access list 100 contains the correct statement, notice that the statement denying any does not appear at the end of the access list. So the default execution of an access list is that if a packet does not access a statement in the access list, it does not permit through the interface. So let's go ahead and do this on router one. So let's do control, say that, enter, let's end, and then that. Okay. So now we have to apply the ACL on the correct interface to filter the traffic. So on router one, let's do this. This says from router one respective, the traffic that ACL 100 applies to is inbound from the network connected to the gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface. So let's go ahead and put this on configuration mode. Conf T. Now let's copy this and paste it. And then let's type in this, choose this. Choose this. It is. Now it says to verify the ACL implementation. So ping the PC, so ping from PC1 to server. So access to ping from PC1 to server. So hello PC1. Let's grab the command. So server. Okay. So if the ping is unsuccessful, verify the IP address before continuing. So FTP from TCP. So FTP from PC1 to server, the username of both Cisco. So we log in. So exit the FTP service. Oh, we gotta type quit, I forget. Okay. Now it says ping from PC1 to PC2. The destination host should be unreachable because the ACL did not explicitly permit the traffic. So PC2 square bits IP. So it's unreachable, like it said. Now in part 2, we're going to configure and apply and verify an extended name ACL. So we're going to configure the ACL to permit HTTP access and ICMP from PC2 LAN. So name the ACL, start with the IP keyword from the global configuration mode on router 1, enter the following command. So router 1, just one router. So let's exit just one. And let's do so we get the extended name and extended ACL. So you can configure name, extended, and extended ACL this access list filter both source and destination IP addresses. Therefore, it might be extended, enter HTTP underscore only as the name. Packet tracer, okay. So then let's do grab this, copy. Uh-oh, so we're not good. Let's paste it here. Now the prompt change you are now in extended name, name ACL configuration mode. All devices on the PC2 LAN needs TCP access. Enter the network address as follow by the question mark. Get the ACL while card. So there we go. We got it. Um, incorrect. What is incorrect? So it's permit TCP 172. Why is it incorrect? So it's permit TCP 172 that command, incomplete command. Oh, so let's see. You make space. Hmm. Hmm. So finish the statement by this. So that's why it says so. So we go here. Okay, it says create a second access list statement to permit the ICNP ping, etc. traffic from PC2 to the server. So note that the command, the prompt will mean the same as a specific type of ICMP traffic. Does not need to be specified. So let's go ahead and grab this and paste it. This is making our lives easy. So all of the traffic is denied by default. Exit extended name, ACL configuration. So let's go ahead and add. So let's do show access list. So we have extended IP access list is 100. That's what we have here. And we get 10 permit TCP. We have so we have everything not much here. So in this step says to apply the ACL on the correct interface to filter traffic. So from more than one perspective, the traffic that access list HTTP underscore only applies to this inbound from the network connected to the gigabit internet 0/1 NFS. So enter the NFS configuration mode and do that. So it says so conf t and it says on the actual operational network. So it is good to practice to apply the untested. Okay. Now we gotta put this IPACL group in. Okay, so now it says to verify the ACL implementation by pinging the server from PC2. Okay, ping the server. What's the server IP address? So it's successful. Now what else did I explore? So verify that the IP address before continuing. So from PC2, open a web browser, and the server, and the network, okay. So desktop, let's close this. Let's go on PC2, open a web browser. So it says from PC2, okay, so it says from PC2, open a web browser and enter the IP address of this server. Let's do this. Let's go. Now it says the IP address your web server should be displayed. So FTP from PC2 server. So FTP from PC to server. The connection should fail. If so, troubleshoot the access list. Now go. So from PC2, open the web image. So the web image of the server should be displayed. So we get that. And then it says FTP from PC2 to server. Okay. So FTP from PC2 to server. So we did that. So let's close this. On PC2, we got a FTP. Come on. So from PC2, you gotta do so FTP, and the IP address, right? So trying to connect, let's see. Connection should fail. If not, troubleshoot the access this statement and the access code. So there we go, the connection is failed. So we good. All right, guys, thank you for following along. So stay tuned for the lab, okay? I appreciate you. Bye-bye.